Okay, so September the 6th, 2023, and I saw this very attractive lady from Singapore, Singaporean, and she had this university degrees she collected from Britain. Now, let me see that. She's a journalist. She was involved in MK Ultra. This girl here, did you see? Uh, I think extremely talented girl. A journalist and is a chief editor of Voice in United Kingdom. And I came across her, of course, during MK Ultra, but when watching this video here, and it says the video is titled "The Freemasons and the Mafia," oh, like this. This is the video I watched.
Why mafia goes on and on? Because mafia is something rooted in society. The mafia is infiltrating the economy, business.
November 2021.
It's a really beautiful lady, I'll tell you that. Under MK Ultra, that I didn't like her or whatever, but this is beautiful.
Italian law enforcement were jubilant for good reason. And the country's Masonic lodges, a connection that has a long, if not always entirely clear cut.
She did this video that you see right there, and I checked the time when she posted one a year ago. Well, she did this video 100% in 2015, 2016. She did this video when she had me in Britain. And it was apartment building, and she did this video. She was working on the video on a Freemason Mafia. And well, the thing about it is that they started to intimidate her in her London flat. She was very much just like you see her. That's how she is. I really like this girl. And the thing about it is that I am going to have few words I'm going to add to this stuff, because there is something very important here that is omitted. This is about the Freemasonry.
Why mafia?
How they even destroyed Italian Ndrangheta. But there is something else I want to have 5 minutes. I want to share with you with this stuff. You see, the man starts here and he says, why mafia
goes on and on? Because mafia is something rooted in society. The mafia is infiltrating the economy, business.
Yes, it's true. It's true. But you see, Toto Cutugno, you know Toto Cutugno, great Italian singer who just passed away, Toto Cutugno. Okay, whatever. I will not get into these issues, just as I stated. I will not get into this death certificates. If that's how you want, that's fine. Toto Cutugno sang a great song, which was Europa Unite, Unite. Remember this song? Maybe many of you don't remember this song, but I remember this song. Toto Cutugno had idea. He had idea for the European Union, for the Europe, just like every European have had idea about the normal world, about the job stability and formal security, so you wouldn't have to fear for your life, basically, so that you could live in prosperity, in peace, job, family, and that kind of stuff. That was a Toto Cutugno in 1990 that you see right there, actually in 92 or whatever, at Eurovision. Unite, unite, Europe. Obviously, he's singing about unite, unite, Europe. That's what he's saying, right? It's a beautiful song. They're gonna censor me anyways. It's gonna be this copyright, whatever. I know this, so I'm gonna play you this a little bit. Con te, amico che credevo perso, io e te. Do you understand, guys, Italian? Do you understand? Maybe you don't understand Italian, but you probably do understand what I stated to you. I'm sure that you understand the words also of this man. Starts this video.
Why Mafia goes on and on? Because Mafia,
everybody understands what he's saying, and people here inside of European Union and in what became European Union, Poland, Czech Republic, Hungary, Romania, Ukraine is fighting for survival today. They all understand this song. Everybody understands this song. Do you understand this song? Unite, unite, Europe. What is he saying in English here? Unite, unite, Europe, right? Unite, Europe. That's what Cotugno sang in 1990 and what you see here in 92. What did you guys sing all along? Okay, what happened with this song, with this promising song, with European Union, with United States? They were growing, expanding democracy, through the social relations, through the stability, security, exercising as a top priority mutual interests, two things that I mentioned. That's basically security through economy, and therefore through mutual social relations. Yes, do you understand me what I'm saying? What happened? What happened with this stuff? Well, this girl here explains good part of it, and I tell you,
something rooted in society.
Across the country.
I don't understand how she is in Britain doing this stuff. Geez, they came to her apartment to intimidate her with this stuff, and she was shook. Who did? Who did? You know who did? The one I'm going to talk about today. So she is talking about Freemasons. She's talking about the Freemasonry. Well, I am going to be talking about Freemasonry today. I am the one who's going to be stressing you today about the Freemasonry. I am afraid, though, it will not be in a form Prince Charles Andrew would wanted me to stress the issues, because the two warned me. You can talk about all you want, but don't talk to me about Freemasonry. If you talk about Freemasonry, you're dead. Well, let's see about who what. Here's the deal. Now, I'm going to turn the camera on so you can see me a little bit. Here's the deal. Oh, just one more thing I have to do before I commit myself being killed by the Freemasonry. I want to type the magic words inside. It says Putin, British Royals. This here, this stuff here, this stuff here. You see this stuff here? You see this here? How about the Russian Mafia? Ever heard about the Russian Mafia? Ever heard about any of that? When did the Russian Mafia appear? When did the Russian Mafia come to power? And how did Russian Mafia found its way to United States of America and across the European continent? Who was the one who promoted Russian Mafia? I'm just asking, have you heard about that stuff or you have not heard about it? Okay, now let's go to the second subject. Now I'm going to turn the camera on. It's going to be more interesting. Well, here's the deal. You know, as much as I agree with this girl and with this Carabinieri guy and all that stuff, I agree with the Toto Cutugno a little bit more. This song, Unite, Unite Europe, it makes tremendously a lot of sense to me. Like, it makes sense to every Italian. It makes sense to every French. It makes sense to every British. It makes sense to everyone inside of the European Union. At least, to my knowledge, everybody was interested in this. Uh, Not such a social experiment, but really something that worked out pretty well for everybody. Markets, human relations, economy, safety. You don't have to worry about that tomorrow. Aha. Now we touch important subject. This light bothers me. I'm going to turn it off. Now, what did the Toto Cutugno sing about? You're going to say, unite, unite Europe. Yeah, but what exactly did he sing about? What is hiding behind those words, unite, unite Europe? Ukraine that you see today is what's hiding behind those words. At the time when the Toto Cutugno sang that stuff, a Balkan war exploded. A greater Serbian Chetnik state assaulted started to engage in a war simultaneously against several different nations which previously members of this federation on the Balkans. That's what's going on. That's what's happening. I was bitched out by Americans, cursed. It's no good. You're no good. Because of the factors I earlier have explained. Italians didn't want problems. French didn't want problems. Germans didn't want problems. Spaniards did not want problems. Portuguese did not want problems. Norwegians didn't want problems. Swedish wanted stability. Finns want stability. Everybody wanted the stability. This song really, really sold very well. The song was a hit, and I can tell you even today, for myself at least, I still turn this tune sometimes and I listen with a pleasure to Toto Cutugno song. He was one of the few people who stood by the side and continued to support me. The thing about it is somebody didn't like the fucking idea about unite Europe. There was somebody who didn't like one. Somebody who preferred and refused to assimilate in unite Europe. Unlike Poland, unlike Czech Republic, Slovakia, Bulgaria, Romania, Hungary, Slovenia, Croatia, Baltic states, Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania, somebody didn't like the idea about unite Europe. I mentioned that somebody already. Somebody preferred Soviet Union. On one side, unite Europe, European Union, and on the other side, what was it? Soviet Union. So what did Toto Cutugno think? Huh? What did the Toto Cutugno think? Toto Cutugno think basically warned about the Soviet Union is what Toto Cutugno did. He said, unite Europe. That somebody had a different plan and wanted to get a Soviet Union back as fast as possible. And if that would be at NA not available, Then a war. The song was made in 1990, but the war exploded in the Balkans against several countries, as I stated, and in 2014 against Ukraine. Before Ukraine, we have the wars in Dagestan and in Chechnya and all over around Russia. Yes? You get it? But that somebody else, a promoter, who opened the doors on the West. And the girl titled the video, if I look at the video, you're going to see here the video is titled as The Freemasons and the Mafia. You know, the Freemasons and the Mafia. Well, here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen. It's impossible to go against the Freemasonry. You can't go against the Freemasonry because the Freemasonry, the Freemasonry, there's nothing really bad about Freemasonry. The Freemasons are different colors. It's a lot about equality. I'm not going to go against the Freemasonry. I'm not the one who's going to go against the Freemasonry. I just want to remind Freemasonry and the world that before the Ukraine, it was a China that was addicted to the opium. Yes, I just want to remind you that it was India that was subjected to a slavery. They drink blood from who did? Freemasons didn't. So who did? Who is this guy, this big gangster, this mafia? Where is it coming from? Who is the oldest gangster, the biggest gangster of this world? Who is the one that ran this world of affairs in exactly this fashion as I stated? Who was the one? Who was the one that disliked European Union? Germany, France, Spain, Italy, Scandinavia. Who was the one that opened the door to the Vladimir Putin, to the Soviet Union, to the West? Who was the one that just did not go along Toto Cotugna's song and eventually destroyed European Union in a big sense? Morally, socially, economically devastated. I'm not the one who wants to go against the Freemasonry. And I hope the Freemasons that are ran by the British royals, that are sitting atop of the Freemasonry, open their eyes. Because this is a cause that's a little bit bigger than a Freemasonry itself. If you look at yourself in the mirror, as I stated earlier, you're human beings like everybody that is in the need of security, stability, prosperity, which humanity can only accomplish if working together with one another. It's a great video. This video is great. It's an awesome video. Her name is Zing Qiang. She's from Singapore. She's really outstanding and beautiful girl, lady. Lady, okay. Nice video. But we need to understand, we all, including with the Freemasons, need to understand the real source of the problem, of this unemployment in Italy, of all kinds of problems throughout the European Union continent, including the war in Ukraine. We need to understand this phenomena about since when and still who is enforcing this type of picture, how, why, who is affiliating with what interest, and so on. If this, I hate to say greater than Great Britain, but really is royal family. This really is like a pigeon dancing on a chessboard and he's just making shit all over It did make shit all over the European Union and just started to destroy absolutely everything, especially this beautiful song that we did by heart.
Unite, unite, Europe.
You know, they're gonna censor me, they're gonna put this restriction, copyright, whatever. So, enjoy the song. Thanks for watching this video.
Con te, amico che credevo perso, io e te, sotto lo stesso sogno, insieme. Unite, unite, Europe. E per te, donna senza frontiere, per te, sotto le stesse bandiere,
I'm not against Freemasons,
io e te,
but I'm against the pigeon shit
sotto lo
on a
stesso
chessboard.
cielo,
And I hope every Freemason understands. We're all people
insieme.
in church,
Unite, unite, Europe.
together with one another, not against one another.
Sempre più liberi noi,
If it
non è più un sogno e noi non siamo più soli,
Russia will eventually work.
sempre più uniti noi.
Know that?
Dammi una mano e vedrai che voli. L'Europa non è lontana, c'è una canzone italiana.
If it was not for the pigeon shit, I'm gonna repeat to you. If it was not for the pigeon shit, Russia would trade, would have communications with European countries. There would be no war, there would be prosperity, there would be peace, there would be standards, would all work for the Freemasons.
C'è una canzone italiana, insieme. Unite, unite, Europe. L'Europa non è lontana, c'è una canzone italiana per voi, insieme. Unite, unite, Europe.
When you start to shit all over the chessboard something that people already have rejected long ago so that you can get cash, the same way like you did with the China, in India, and so on, that you do your stuff against totally everybody. That's what you did to European Union. Then you pulled the so-called Brexit out, yeah? You took the European Union flag and you wiped your ass and you stepped out of through the Brexit to look at that and suggest, hey, we can do with others, we can do better. So you know what? I warned the Commonwealth from this pigeon shit. Yesterday they did to us, they did to numerous others before us. Today they're doing it, or tomorrow they're going to do it to you. They're already doing it to you. And they step from one to the other branch, assisted by humanity who basically works against one another. This is not the type of politics that I ever embraced, and something that Toto Cotugno dreamed, like all other Europeans, sang, more than dreamed, he sang about. He invested in this idea, like many other, numerous other Europeans. What can I say to you, ladies and gentlemen? That's Albano and Romina Power, but all Italian singers were involved in this stuff.
For good reason. Over 100 arrests had been made across the country, targeting the Calabrian and 'Ndrangheta,
Till next
one of the
time.
most powerful mafia groups in the world, responsible for untold violence and worth tens of billions of dollars. Amongst the property seizures and